anyone want to set the table on Game of Thrones? I kind of don't want to go first.
Yeah, I'll go first. So I liked the episode. I didn't. I liked parts of it, and I didn't like parts of it. Okay, like it wasn't a complete bomb, and it definitely wasn't an amazing success. Everybody says it's too dark. I think that the reason it was too dark, but the thing was
too fucking dark.
Well, the thing is, streaming, you get these artifacts, and that makes darkness really bad. So streaming dark scenes is bad inherently. I think it'll be better on the Blu-ray or the 4K Blu-ray when that comes out. Also, it depends on what kind of TV you got. You know, if you've got an OLED, you're going to have much better blacks.
I got the same one as you.
I think I have that, right? Yeah, I do, I think.
75-inch OLED UH.
Yeah.
I don't know all the letters.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it looked pretty good on my TV on my first watching, but I still thought it was too dark. And so my second viewing, I went through the settings, and I didn't manually just turn up brightness, but I put it on like home cinema mode, and it went boop. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It helped a lot. It really did. But that wasn't why it was hard to see things. It was hard to see things because they went full Jason Bourne with fast cuts. There were a lot of cuts. Think back on the episode and try to remember if you ever saw a single white. Okay. What I mean by that is, oh, look, there's one of them and he's coming and he's going to fight now and he's fighting. You didn't see any of that. You just saw like this horde, this almost liquid mass of them, like from World War Z moving, and I didn't care for that very much.
Yeah,
it seemed like our heroes for literally 25 minutes had zombies on them, chewing on them, and that's not an exaggeration. I felt like they were literally being chewed upon for 20 minutes while the bigger plot pieces fell into place.
When John left Sam to die, I thought we all agreed he was going to die. Yeah. That he was finally like, look, I've got bigger fish to fry. I love you, bro, but you got to die.
I kind of wish he'd said that. Bigger fish to fry!
Yeah, but it turns out Sam lives. And
that happened like 3 different times where
Sam
I thought
was
that
crying.
It happened with Sam 3 times. It happened with Brienne a couple of times. It happened with Jamie a couple times. I'm
Tormund
probably
twice.
missing some. Okay.
Yeah. Now look, I can get over that. Everybody had those death pools going. But going into it, they were like, look at this list of people who are definitely going to die and probably going to die. And I was like, I don't think that many people are going to die. I really don't. I don't think we're going to lose any more main characters. I think that the big switcheroo happened early on in the show when we thought that Robb Stark was going to be the guy and that Ned Stark was going to be the guy. And then it just turned out they weren't.
Back when G.R.R. Martin was writing it.
Yeah. Well,
we don't know if this is
it's hard to know.
G.R.R. Martin's ending as well. But in any case, I didn't mind all that so much. I didn't mind Arya being the. By the way, we're spoiling the shit out of this. Anybody who's listening,
anyone who doesn't think we're going to spoil it they've already skipped.
Then you haven't been paying attention.
Before the next words came out of my mouth, I really wanted to say it though, because it would really hurt me if I didn't know this, and then Kyle was the one who told me this without me watching it. I didn't mind Arya killing the Night King. I'm fine with that. Honestly, I really am. But I've been waiting for like 6 years now for Jon Snow to have a sword fight with the Night King, win or lose. And there was a moment where they made it seem like it might happen. John's like running up behind him on the battlefield, and it reminded me a little bit of that part in Battle of the Bastards when like he makes eye contact with Ramsay Bolton, and the music's like that violin music, like na 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 na, and like Ramsay's like, let's get the fuck out of here, and John's like, oh no you don't, I'm gonna chase your horse down because I can do that.
What I wanted to happen was for Bran to be sitting there like that guy with the fucked up mouth and Breaking Bad, and then like the Night King like reaches to kill him, but then he hears like a ding 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 ding,
and he's got that green fire shit.
Dragon glass. That would have been so much cooler.
Dude,
dragon glass bomb.
That would have been like.
Here's what I wanted. In Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry, Taylor. In Lord of the Rings when they're like, that was me. That was like, they're counting numbers. There's a scene towards the end where Jon Snow is getting pinned down by the dragon. And he rushes at him, and the dragon pins him down with fire. And he rushes at him again, and the dragon pins him down with fire. And then he gets up close, and does he stab him? Nay, nay. He yells at him. He goes, "Ah!" And the dragon dies. I wish he had said, that was me. That was
me. No, you're all welcome. At the very least, it really would have been funny if he was like, did I do that? And then he like, I wish he looked at like another monster and gone, like maybe a human character didn't like go, ah! What what the fuck, John? Oh, nothing. It was a perilous fight. I'm sorry. Theon
Brand's
really
telling
redeemed
everyone,
himself.
Don't tell John the scream isn't what killed them. It's giving him a lot of confidence.
So it was definitely lit poorly, and I get that you cannot use the excuse that, well, this is the long night. It's dark in the long night, and then in the long night we have darkness. That's easily fixed by
And bitch,
coming
this
up with
night was shorter than the average night.
It really was. That's fixed really easily by coming up with reasons to light the scene. All right, the bonfire. Oh well, turns out Bran thought it'd be a good idea to light a lot of bonfires. So it's bright as shit in the long night as long as we're right here. Turns out there's dragons overhead. I wish the dragons had been overhead doing loop-de-loops the whole time, and we didn't even focus on them that much. They were just lighting the scene for us.
It could have just been lit. They could have just lit it.
Just
You know, I
I wish
wouldn't
there
have
was a
questioned
guy in the corner
anything.
with a big light.
Yeah. Just I wouldn't have said a word. Like that castle should be
I was
darker.
thinking we could light it prior to the battle. No, we're going to light it at the last possible second.
You know, but I had no problem with Arya killing the Night King the way she did. She did it probably in the only way he could have been killed. She stabbed him right where he would, like if you go back to like the original scene where we saw the Night King being made, that's where the child of the forest, which I guess is the singular for children of the forest, took the dragonglass dagger and slowly pushed it into that human man that the Night King was once before. That's the spot. And so she put that in there. And of course, that's her like technique that she's been working on for like years now. It worked on Brienne of Tarth, you know, back when they had their little duel about a season and a half ago. And if you go even further back, there's a scene where Melisandre is looking at Arya and she's like, "You have a darkness in you. You will close many eyes." And she does the whole brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes talk to her.
I was skeptical about that. I know she did that talk, but I feel like
they never even had that.
What's retcon?
I
What does that
watched
term mean?
Like retroactively changing what initially happened, because like the green eyes was the big thing. Like at the time, where it's like, oh, Cersei, they're gonna kill Cersei. Like the blue eyes was just not like nobody.
Well, you can
was
read
the
it however
middle one. Yeah, I interpret it the same way Taylor does. Like I think they decided like last year to make it
that was
Arya.
season 3 when that happened, and the directors themselves who were writing it said they didn't decide until 3 years ago that Arya was going to do it, and so they're taking a little prophecy there and kind of like retconning it to make it make sense.
Well, it's not retconning when they write the show, though. They're like, hey, we wrote this, so let's continue writing it. I get what you're saying.
Regardless, like the thing I didn't like, the scene I disliked the most was the fan service, like woo with Lyanna Mormont and the giant. The giant doing the one thing that makes no sense at all, like, I'm gonna slaughter everyone haphazardly, and then bring this person within eye distance, and just kind of look at him for a minute.
He had one eye, and he brought it to that one.
And I don't care like who killed the giant as much, but Tormund was right there, and Tormund Giantsbane. Like, it's kind of an understood thing. Like, oh, in the books, he was called Tormund Tall Talker. Like, he spins a lot of yarns and tells a lot of tall tales. And, oh, I fucked a bear once. And all that kind of shit. If he had actually stepped up and killed the giant, it would have kind of fulfilled that a little. I thought that would have been neat.
What if he had picked up the little girl and slung her at the giant?
Hilarious.
Right? If she was all crippled and she's like, toss me. You have to toss me. I cannot jump the distance.
You know what I wanted to see is when Jorah was dying after trying to save Dany from all the whites and everything. If he was just laying there, it's like, Khaleesi, I've served you for so many years. Can you please, as I'm dying, just touch it? Just once, Khaleesi. I don't know, please just touch it, just once. Take me out to a nice stroking. Like, and then she still
you fucked
like
that other guy
away.
so many times. You can't toss me a pity touch.
Khaleesi, I've seen 6 cocks enter your cunt since I met you. Since you've been a girl. Khaleesi, please, just a tug. Like this, it's desperate for that. But then also
they need to get Taylor on staff because I like that. If she just pet him gently as he faded away, that'd be wonderful.
As he's laying there and she's like showing her tits, you hear like a ding on his bottom armor.
Oh, that would be great.
Then he gets up and he's like, turns out it wasn't so bad.
Khaleesi, I think I'm
going to pull through it.
Yeah. I had a lot of red sauce on my pasta for dinner last night. It's coming up.
So you were saying?
Oh yeah, the battle shit that I didn't like was, and Woody, tons of credit for you pointing this out and hitting this point hard with the plot armor stuff. I don't think I can count how many times it was like, oh, the Night King just raised up not just a couple people, but thousands of people surrounding Jon. Then it quick cuts to someone else, and a minute later you cut back to Jon. He's finishing off like 2 last guys. When it's like, it's already been established that one of these guys took almost old Bear Mormont and Jon out in that room until Ghost saved them.
That was
Granted, they
before
weren't
they knew.
expecting it at the time.
And
but
they didn't know
it
how to
was
kill
still,
him. He's got
but that one also didn't have a sword or weapon or anything.
He's also got like the one hit like sword now, so it's almost like he can just tippy tap them and they just die.
He's in insta-kill mode, Taylor.
He's in insta-kill
mode, but it doesn't matter. They already showed that insta-kill mode doesn't matter when the
I've died in
charged
insta-kill mode
with their
before.
fires.
I get cocky.
And that was the shitty thing about Arya killing the Night King. Wasn't it in fact, it was just the fact that it wasn't just like 6 other White Walkers standing behind the Night King. It was tens of thousands, a dense-ass packed Woodstock-looking crowd of whites
Have you
surrounding the entire area.
She has
and it's
sneak 100. She's
yeah,
sneaky.
that's such a funny little like. Oh, but have you not noticed that she snuck around a library? That was another scene that didn't make any goddamn sense because like it went from all these fast ass runners and everything, they're piling over walls, and then it cuts to Arya sneaking around a library, and it looks like a scene in Walking Dead when it's like, okay, it's been established these guys are here. They're more just meandering about at this point as opposed to like charging after people. So that seemed disjointed to me. Like
I don't know why the library whites were interested in higher learning. I guess they were just
books are boring. Yeah,
and Sam should have fucking died.
Yes,
Brienne should have died
many times.
Tormund should have died. I'm glad Jorah died.
Yeah.
I wish Bran had died.
Yeah.
Who else did I want to die? I would have been after Daenerys and Jon's showing in the battle, which was just patting around up in the clouds for most of it, leaving their guys to die. They could have died for all I cared.
This isn't going to work for this young audience, but there was a TV show when I was a kid that was popular, Dukes of Hazzards, right? Everyone's heard of it at least. And leading into commercial, the car would jump a ramp and it would be hopeless, right? Any moron can see that its trajectory is screwed. It has a big problem. I don't know how these boys
are going to get out of this one.
Exactly. And then they come back from commercial and the car's landing on all 4 tires. It's undamaged. Everything's cool. That happened.
Boys done it again.
To Brienne. That happened to Sam. That happened to Tormund. That happened to Jamie many times.
I almost bought that car one time. The Dukes of Hazzard car.
The Challenge.
Yeah, it was like $45,000. I saw the guy at the gas station
with the big ass wing on it.
Not only that,
help me understand. Is it like the Dukes of Hazzard car? Was it a painted one used in the show?
So they destroyed like 100, 200 cars in the show. So there is no Dukes of Hazzard car, but it was the model and it was the exact paint job. The problem was, and this is why I didn't get it, it had that enormous rebel flag on the roof, just like in the show. Like if you don't remember, the entire roof of the car is a rebel flag. And I was just like, man, that's a sick fucking car. He's like, well, it's for sale. He's like, I like yours. And he was like, I could probably do a trade, and you give me $4,000 and we'll just do a little swapperoo here. And I was like, that's actually pretty tempting. And my car was brand new at the time, but I was like, oh, so the whole roof is a hate crime. Okay.
Can I jump in?
I'm intent to sell because I've had to replace 4 or 5 garage doors now because the local community doesn't care.
I'm saying this because I shamelessly want credit for saying it. I think it's time for a shot.
Let's do it.
Hey, good on you.
Yeah, good job.
Win the early battles. Win the early battles.
Win the early battles.
You're not
I
wrong.
won't remember the late one.
I poured this so high. All right.